I was already a doctor when PSA was discovered. And before PSA was discovered, it wasn't so easy to diagnose prostate cancer. People could have prostate cancer, and the cancer will be widespread in the body at the stage where it could not be cured anymore before it will be diagnosed. But when PSA was discovered, it became possible to find prostate cancer at a very early stage when it could be treated with the aim of cure. So now it will be like there is a lot more prostate cancer in the world. No, that is not the case. The case is that diagnosis can be made at an earlier stage. There is better technology for picking up the cancer much more easily. That is the truth. So it's not like cancer is much more common than before. It is that diagnosis can be made much more easily than before. Yeah, it's something that every Nigerian should know. PSA is like smoke. PSA is like smoke. It tells you there is fire. When PSA is rising, people should not go taking any medicine that could bring down the PSA, because PSA itself is not a disease. It's a chemical that is produced by every male, and a lot of it comes out with the semen when somebody ejaculates. It is a chemical responsible for making the semen to become watery. If the semen is thick, when it comes out of the body, it's very thick. It cannot move. The sperm cells inside cannot swim. It's too thick for the sperm cells inside to swim. Sperm cells look like fish. When fish is in water that is very, very murky, that is very, very thick, that contains a lot of chemicals inside, it cannot swim easily. So when the sperm becomes watery, when the semen becomes watery, then the sperm cells can swim from the vagina into the fallopian tube to achieve fertilization. PSA is a chemical responsible for making the semen to become watery. After some minutes, it becomes very, very watery and very, very clear, like ordinary tap water. At that time, sperm cells could easily swim into the fallopian tube. That is what PSA does. That is the natural job of PSA. So PSA in itself is not a disease. So when PSA is going up, people should not take medicine that can bring down the PSA. Because if PSA now comes down, there is no signal to warn you anymore that there's a problem. If you go to hospital and they check the PSA and it's normal or it's low, they say, oh, everything is fine. But the doctor may not know that the patient is taking medicine that has made the PSA to be extremely low. And then the diagnosis of cancer is missed, because PSA is a signal that will make the doctor to look out for prostate cancer. That's what every doctor should be worried about. So when PSA level is low, the doctor does not know that there's something that is making it low, and tells the patient is okay, there is danger, and the patient can go on living living a life with false security, not knowing that cancer is still growing in the body. Those medicines that make PSA come down do not stop cancer from growing. So some patients come around and they will like, doctor, is there any medicine that can make this PSA to be lower? That is not the problem. Is asking, is there anything that can make smoke to stop coming out? So when there is no smoke, you remove all the fire alarm from the house. You put ventilators that can take out smoke, pass it through water to dissolve it. You are saying when there is fire, I don't want to know, which is very dangerous. Well, I would say that healthcare is developing very fast in Nigeria. We've had quite a lot of technology coming in. Last year alone, you are aware, 3 robots came into the country, and a lot of us are doing quite a lot in the country. All my colleagues, and even us in Kelina Hospital. Last year alone, we did over 200 prostate surgeries in Kelina Hospital, 2025 alone. That is a lot. So a lot of technology is coming in, and patients are going home fast. Since this hospital started, we lost only 3 patients. We've done more than 7,000 surgeries, lost only 3 patients. So the care in Nigeria is advancing very rapidly, and the results are excellent. And I would say that healthcare is doing well compared to other industries, compared to education, transportation, roads, water supply, electricity supply. I think healthcare is on top of all of them. You may hear a bad story here and there, but there's nothing in this world that's perfect. Even astronauts that go to the moon, sometimes they crash. There's nothing that is perfect, but that does not mean healthcare is not doing well compared to other institutions. And but that is in the private sector. The Minister of Health announced not too long ago that they spent only 37 million, was it 37 million naira or 370 million, I don't know, from their budget That is very small. So when you talk about healthcare advancing in Nigeria, I guess the emphasis is about private care. Private healthcare is developing very, very fast.